right. Hello all. I would like to welcome you all to what I would like to call a cracking unboxing of Magic the Gathering's Lord of the Rings set booster. I got my gloves here, and I'll put them on. See if we could get a good crack today. See if we get good values. Ooh, excuse me. Alrighty. So I bought this box here for 170 bucks at a place, just about 170 bucks, at a place called Aces and Eagles. It is a LGS, local game store. It is a place I go to rather frequently. Let's see if I can maybe tooth this open. Puh. So I did not bring a blade to tear this open, so I'll just use my teeth to get the hole started. I'm very excited. I've drafted a few times with the draft boosters of this Lord of the Rings set. It's a pretty good set. I enjoy the flavor of it, the story and art, the Lord of the Rings. It's kind of been inspiring me to become a Lord of the Rings fan myself. And it's always a good time. Let me see if I can up the camera a little bit. Just for now. Alrighty. So we're unveiling this sealed product. And we'll see just exactly what we'll get. Alrighty. I'm gonna crack open the case. Look at that blistering artwork, as the bard would say. This is indeed a box topper right here. So the set booster does come with a box topper. And I reckon we could open that first before we get into the actual set itself. Let's see if we get anything good. Focus in, camera. Well, the camera won't focus in, but Argonath, Pillars of the Kings, is just a artwork reprint of what is the Ozolith. But it looks like it's a commander-only card. But that wouldn't be true. It would be legal in historic modes because this was printed back in Ikoria, Lair of Behemoths. That's a pretty okay card. It's pretty good. Not bad. Not bad at all. But now we're getting to the actual meat and potatoes of what is this unboxing. Alrighty. So first pack, without wasting any time. cracking right into the sealed product. Signature artwork right off the bat. From what I hear, there is a 2% chance of getting a signed artwork. It's a pretty good piece of artwork, actually. I'm not going to lie to you. Though I'm not sure of who the character is. Alrighty, so common. Claim the Precious. Faramir. Shortcut. And then Golem. And then our rare here, Gandalf the Grey. Can't really focus in, the camera won't, but there's money to be made with that rare, I'm sure. I'll put up how much it is. Rising of the Day is an enchantment, which is our foil. Creatures you control have haste. Legendary creatures you control get +1/+0. So this is a full art foil. We'll see how much that goes for. I'll put it up on the screen there. Tokens and lands will probably end up going together. So mythics right here, rares right here, foils right here. And then I just got 2 other things that don't really matter that go right here. Probably put the artworks to the side. Excuse me. Oh. I don't know how to open up packs. Thank you, wizards. I don't usually wear latex gloves when opening up, but that is an interesting piece of art right there. It's a darker backdrop. I'm not sure what it signifies, as I'm new to learning Lord of the Rings, but it looks like it's one of the halflings, maybe Frodo. But correct me if I'm wrong. So foil land. Cast in the Fire, blah, 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 blah. Gandalf, Friend of the Shire. Elrond. Samwise the Stout-Hearted. Bonus artwork here. Extended artwork, whatever you'd like to call it. And then for our rare, we have Phial of Galadriel. Legendary artifact. I guess putting it closer wouldn't help any. But what if I put it really close? Maybe not. Alrighty. If you would draw a card while you have no cards in hand, and draw 2 cards instead. If you would gain life while you have 5 or less life, you gain twice that much instead. That's actually pretty good. It's a legendary enchantment. Morgul Knife Wound is our foil. Orc Army token. We have Saruman, the white artwork. It is 20 out of 81 of the artworks that we have available. There's our full art forest. It's the map. Very interesting. The Mouth of Sauron. Ugluk of the White Hand. Faramir. And then we got our first mythic. Well, second mythic, I apologize. Radagast the Brown. Legendary creature. Whenever Radagast the Brown or another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the creature's mana value. You may reveal a creature card that doesn't share a creature type with a creature you control from among those cards and put it into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in random order. It's okay. But our foil is a rare. Saradoc, Master of Buckland. I like that reflective foil. You can see the camera I'm using. Whenever Saradoc, Master of the Buckland, or another non-token creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 white halfling creature token. I might put that in my Rego Elder Dragon Highlander deck. We'll see. Next pack. Blistering artwork, as always. Full Work Island. And then Mordor Trebuchet, Prince Amaru, Eowyn, Elrond, Sam. For our mythic, we drew. This is a random mythic place, but it's Sam, loyal, attendant. Partner with Frodo, adventurous hobbit. It's a tutor for Frodo. Since it has partner with Frodo. Activated abilities of foods you control cost 1 less to activate. And then at the beginning of combat in your turn, create a food token. That's actually pretty alright. For our rare place, we have Elven Chorus. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast creature spells from the top of your library. And creatures you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color. That's a really good green card, actually. We have Elven Farsight. And then we got a mysterious print that I didn't know we had these in set boosters. That's our foil. It's called Opportunity. It is a reprint from 1999. It is an uncommon. It says target player draws 4 cards and it costs 6 mana. That is extremely interesting. Ooh, we got more artwork of that one lady. This time it's not signed, and it is alternative artwork. Very nice. Plains. Elven Farsight. Stern Scolding. You Cannot Pass. Lost a Legend. Many Partings. Full artwork. And then the Balrog. Durin's Bane. As our rare. Very nice. And then we have for our foil, Legolas, Counter of Kills. That's a good one to have. And then empty token. Hopefully we get the One Ring tonight. That would be really nice to have. I could put that in a lot of decks. Alrighty, and we'll start with the artwork of the One Ring itself, the ultimate ring of power. Assuming that's what that is. It could be an alternative ring of power, but I'm not the most for sure. But I do remember watching Fellowship of the Ring, and that was in it, in one of the very first scenes after Gandalf made it to the Shire. Full artwork plains, foil. For our land, Frodo Baggins. Golem, Samwise the Stout-Hearted, Prince Emir's Eye, and then for our rare place, we got Frodo Sauron's Bane. And then empty token, and for our our foil, we have Shire Sheriff. A cracking unboxing, as some might say. I'm not sure who that is in the artwork, but he stands alone with two dragons by the look of it. Or two horses, rather, I apologize. I do know the difference between an equine and a lizard. A normal forest for land. Lash of the Balrog. Pippin's Bravery. Lash of the Balrog, full artwork. Flame of Anor for our rare, and then for our foil, Lash of the Balrog, but full art foil. So we got 3 Lash of the Balrogs in this pack. Flame of Anor requires you to control a wizard if you want to pick 2 effects. I remember I drafted this expecting to pick up more wizards, but I was sadly mistaken. It's almost not really worth having the gloves on. So we might just go barehanded for a little bit. A while, actually, probably for the rest. Much more dexterous this way. Oh yeah, so much easier to pick open a pack. Alrighty, for our artwork card, looks like we got a halfling family. This is card art 19 out of 81. Normal mountain for land. Generous Int, Mushroom Watchdog, Snarling Warg, Aluphant. March from the Black Gate, that's always a good card. Full art of Gothmog, Morgul, Lieutenant. Then we got our rare, which is Fall of Care Andros. And then Brandywine Farmer for our foil. This is interesting Kraken artwork here. Or that looks kind of like a spider, but it looks like it's also surrounded by water instead of ocean. Or ocean instead of web. Who knows? Not I. I have yet to watch most of Lord of the Rings. Lash of Balrog, Nasty and Ugluk. Oh. Okay, I was thinking that was a misprint, but we're good. Saruman's Trickery, and then Saruman the White. Quick Beam, Upstart Ent. Then for our rare, we got Sauron's Ransom. For our foil, we have Friendly Rivalry. Not bad. And then for our artwork card out of this pack, we got what looks like an orcish army. And they're going into what looks like a charge. Full artwork planes for our land. Gandalf, Friend of the Shire, Elrond. Gimli, Counter of Kills. Now, I'm an enjoyer of dwarvish art, or dwarves in general, because they're my favorite fantasy race. Very nice. Wouldn't be able to tell that was Gimli, though. And then for our rare, we have a land called the Shire. This is where all the hobbits are. Edges the battlefield tapped unless you control a legendary creature, and then you'll pay 1 forest, 1 generic, tap to create, or tap an untapped creature you control to create a food token. That's okay. Oh. That's a good card to have. So, Inherited Envelope is our foil, but there's the Tower of Fortunes. I actually run this in my Nico Bola's Elder Dragon Highlander deck. So that's very interesting to see this card reprinted. This is a 20-year-old card right here. This is a really nice card. It's expensive, though. It's 4 to put down, and then 8 to tap and draw 4 cards. But that is really good to have. Good EDH card, if you got enough ramp for it. Or if you survive that long to get to that point, to be able to use it effectively. Here's our artwork card. It looks like it's Sauron himself. Very nice. Wizards, Rockets, Ents Fury, Great Hall of the Citadel, Long List of the Ents, Quick Beam, Gandalf, Friend of the Shire. Whoa! Big win here. Mythic Sauron the Dark Lord. That's got to be an expensive card. So it has ward effect. Sacrifice a legendary artifact or legendary creature. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, amass Orcs 1. Whenever an army you control deals combat damage to a player, the ring tempts you. And whenever the ring tempts you, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw 4 cards. That is an insanity mythic. I might put that... That's Grixis colors, so I might put that in my deck. Then we got, for our foil, a legendary land rare called Barad-dûr. Barad-dûr. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But that is a nice rare. And then token. That's a good Sauron draw right there. I actually got the EDH precon for Sauron, the Lord of the Rings. I don't know why I was struggling so hard with that one. That was weird. Here goes our artwork. It looks like Gandalf falling down the volcano. Or, I'm sorry, not down the volcano, down the chasm with... I don't remember his name. But you shall not pass. Saruman the White. The Shire. Rare full art. There you go. That is really pretty artwork. That'll go to our rare. We got another rare. Pippin, Guard of the Citadel. A trustworthy halfling, to be sure. A token. And for our foil, a common troll soldier. All right, here goes some artwork. Tom Bombadil himself. Very nice. Foil Swamp, normal swamp. Council's Deliberation, Stone of Eric, Mirkwood Bats, and then for our rare, wait, that's not for our rare, random spot, Mines of Moria, legendary land. And then for our rare spot, we have, or I'm sorry, that was our rare spot. For our foil, we got a mythic. Hew the Entwood. Sacrifice any number of lands. Reveal the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of lands sacrificed this way. Choose any number of artifact and or land cards revealed this way. Put all non-land cards chosen this way onto the battlefield. Then put all land cards chosen this way onto the battlefield tapped. Then put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. That seems kind of unlike red to do, but looks like red is doing it. Color identity is no longer even a thing in Magic the Gathering. Thank you, Wizards. Still hoping for the One Ring. Interesting artwork. I'm not sure what it's showcasing, though. Looks like a dark, dreary background. It looks like there's a giant hand coming out of this raging red storm cloud. Anyways, Forest. Hobbit's Sting, Pippin's Bravery, Reprieve, Faramir, Field Commander, Shortcut to Mushrooms, Gimli, Counter of Kills. For our rare, we got Samwise Gamgee. And then for our foil, we got another rare called Boromir, Warden of the Tower. Very nice. And then the ring token. Damn. Alrighty. For our artwork, we got what looks like some madam. Not so sure who she is, but she's standing on a bunch of birch trees. So we got Galadrimbo, Shire Scarecrow, Revive the Shire, Grima Wormtongue, Iorith of the Healing House, Yomer, Erican Brand, Oliphant, full art. For our rare, we got Scroll of Isildur. That would go good with a Tom Bombadil, I'm sure. Foil is Gift of Strands. Very nice and shiny. And then we drew Zhalfirin Void for our token spot. Not so sure why, but that's printed in Dominaria. This is where it was originally printed, I'm sure. Set symbol right there. Says 2018 right here. Very interesting. I'm probably actually going to set that aside because I'm probably going to end up using Zhalfirin Void, as that is a good land drop for colorless, as it does allow you to scry one, and it enters untapped. So that's always nice. Never have enough scry lands. That's for damn sure. So we'll crack the next pack. And then it looks like right here we have a bunch of ladies showing around what looks like a couple of hobbits. Very nice. So we'll put away our island that we drew, and then we will look through what we have. Bilbo, Retired Burglar. Frodo Baggins, once again. Knights of Dol Amroth. And then we drew for our rare Horn of the Mark. Whenever 2 or more creatures you control attack a player, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest at the bottom of your library. And then for our foil, we got Saruman the White. And then we got a Ballistic Boulder token. Very nice. I'm not sure what this location is of, but it looks desolate for our artwork. That is art 77 out of 81. And then we got a full artwork foil forest, Gimli's Axe, Gimli's Fury, Erebor, Landroval, Horizon Witness, Pippin's Bravery. Here we go. I know this card is good. This is Nazgul. This card I will count as a rare, as there's quite the decent price on this. It's a couple bucks for each different artwork people kind of want to collect, because there's 9 different artworks for 9 different Nazguls. It's very nice. So I'll put that in my rare section technically. Isildur's Fateful Strike is our rare. Destroy target creature. It has, if its controller has more than 4 cards in hand, they exile cards from their hand equal to the difference. That's pretty okay. And then for our foil, we got Surrounded by Orcs, and then we have Rakdos Right Knife for our random. This one came out in 2006. I do not recognize the set symbol. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 for each blood counter on Rakdos Right Knife, and it has tap, sacrifice a creature, put a blood counter on Rakdos Right Knife. Pay 1 swamp, 1 red, sacrifice Rakdos Right Knife. Target player sacrifices a permanent for each blood counter on Rakdos Right Knife. That'd be pretty okay in a proliferate, but that is a rare, so we'll put that there. Cracking. So for our artwork, I do not recognize the character, but they're on a horse. Very nice. Forest. The Bath Song, the Grey Havens. Many Partings, full artwork. And then for our rare, we have War of the Last Alliance. It is a saga. First 2 sagas counters are search your library for a legendary creature card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. And then for 3 on the 3rd turn, creature you control gains double strike, or creatures you control gain double strike until end of turn, and the ring will tempt you. Very nice. And then we got Captain of Umbar for our foil and food token. Alrighty. So for our artwork, we have a spider lady, by the looks of it. Well, maybe not a lady, but it is indeed a giant spider with a large stinger at the end. Quite the arachnid. Full art planes. Protector of Gondor, Errand Rider of Gondor, Stalwarts of Osgiliath, Inherited Envelope, Bombadil Song, Ring Sight, Fiery Inscription is good. Reaper's Firebrand, the Grey Havens full artwork. And then for our mythic, we have an Esper Saruman of many colors. And then for our foil, we got Celeborn, the Wise. So, Saruman of many colors is Esper, so he's white, blue, black. He's a nice looking mythic. He has a ward cost. I'm going to read him out. Ward, discard an enchantment, instant, or sorcery card. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, each opponent mills 2 cards. When one or more cards are milled this way, exile target enchantment, instant, or sorcery card with equal or less mana value than that spell from an opponent's graveyard. Copy the exiled card. You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. I don't quite understand that one. That would take a couple rereads. But we're already at 36 minutes, so we'll keep pushing. So far, no duplicate artwork card, but we got an int right there by the look of it. Sharing an apple with a bunch of squirrels. So large squirrels, all things considered. For the land, we have a full artwork island. And then we have Mirkwood Bats, blah, blah, blah. Strider, Ranger of the North. Foray of Orcs. Legolas, for our rare, we have a full artwork Legolas. Master Archer. Very, very nice looking card. It has reach. It's a 1/4. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Legolas, Master Archer, put a +1/+1 counter on Legolas. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you don't control, Legolas deals damage equal to its power, up to 1 target creature. We have another rare, Flowering of the White Tree. Legendary creatures you control get +2/+1 and have ward 1. Non-legendary creatures you control have +1/+1. All for 2 white. It's a legendary enchantment. In my last draft, I had to face against that and I lost, unfortunately. And for our foil, we have Soldier of the Grey Host. Very nice. Then we have the ring token. Next pack. For our artwork card, we have Frodo Baggins. We have, for our lands, a normal plains foil. So I guess not normal, technically. Harvesting, Int, Drought Basin, long list of the ends. Peregrine Took. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus an additional food token are created instead. Sacrifice 3 foods, draw a card. Put that one to the side. And then for our one of our rares, we have Saradoc, Master of Buckhand. Ayo, hold on. We got a nice mythic. We got Tom Bombadil. This is my second Tom Bombadil card. He's a god bard. He is all mana, one of each color, and he really enjoys sagas. And then we have Arwen's Gift for our foil. And then we have a reprint. It's called Elven Palisade. Sacrifice a forest. Target attacking creature gets -3, -0 until end of turn. That card, Sacrifice a forest, I don't know if that's that great. It's starting to rain outside. Very nice. Put that to the side up there, because I can use that. I might make a Tom Bombadil commander, though. I don't know, that just feels right. Alright, we have what looks like Sauron's Tower as artwork. That is artwork 54 out of 81. Full artwork forest. And then Mini Party Second Breakfast Limbaz is good. It's a really good card. Fear, Fire, Foes, Elephant. And then for one of our rares, we got extended artwork of Gandalf the Grey. It looks like it's the artwork of him getting pulled down by the Balrog. For our next rare, we got Faramir, Prince of Ithilien. We got another rare. It's for our foil spot. It is Eowyn, Fearless Knight. This will go amazing in a Sir Gwyn Elder Dragon Highlander deck. I already have one in there, but I might have to swap it out for this foil one because that looks nice. And then we got a reprint from 1998. It's called Mishra's Helix. It is an artifact, cost 5, and it is pay X amount, tap to tap X lands. So that could be really good if you're out of gas and you want to prevent your opponent from gassing you, for sure. That was a really good draw. That would be really useful. Especially in decks where you have a card like that one legendary artifact where colorless creatures you get it was called something monument. But colorless creatures you control get +1/+1. Colorless mana sources, when you tap them to create mana, create one additional colorless symbol. I forgot what the monument was called. It was printed in, I think, the new Zendikar Rising set that came out last year. For artwork, we have somebody riding a horse with a black flag on their lance, burning what looks like a pyre. Very nice. I'm not sure what that symbolizes, though. Not yet, anyway. Puts the island away. Arwen, Undomiel. Legolas, Counter of Kills. Myriodak, Brandybuck. Whenever one or more halflings you control attack a player, create a food token. We got another Nazgul. I can't tell if that's different artwork, so I might put the Nazguls to the side right quick. Search through my rares here and see if I can find that Nazgul. Yes, those are two different artworks. Very nice. And then for our rare, we have the One Ring to Rule Them All Saga Enchantment. And for our foil, we have Horses of the Bruinen. One Ring to Rule Them All for our rare. Saga 1, or Lore 1, the ring tempts you. Then each player mills cards equal to your ring bearer's power. And then Saga 2, destroy all non-legendary creatures. And then Lore 3, each opponent loses 1 life for each creature card in that player's graveyard. So for our art card, I'm not sure I'd recognize the character unless it's Saruman. Not Sauron, but Saruman. My brother likes to collect those art cards, so I think he'd be delighted. Brandywine Farmer, Nimble Hobbit, East Farthing Farmer, Stern Scolding, You Cannot Pass, Lost to Legend, Grima Werntongue, Dunland, Creebane. And then for our rare, we have Minas Tirith, a legendary land. Not bad. Peregrine Took is our foil. And then we'll put that treasure away. Cracking open another pack. So far, no One Ring. And no Planeswalkers. I wanted a Planeswalker. For this art, we got Not sure I recognize that character. Very nice. It's a ranger of some kind, though. Swamp for land. Sam's Desperate Rescue. Now for Wrath, now for Ruin. Book of Mazerbull. Denethor, Ruling Steward. Old Man Willow, Rise of the Witch King, Lash of Balrog. And then for our rare, we have Smeagol, Helpful Guide. Ooh, never trust a golem. A man named Golem. It says, Smeagol Helpful Guide says, at the beginning of your end step, if a creature died under your control this turn, the ring tempts you. Whenever the ring tempts you, target opponent reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a land card. Put that card onto the battlefield tapped, under your control, and the rest in their graveyard. That's rare. So for our foil, we have Stone of Eric. And then we got a very nice other card. It's called Praetor's Council. This is a mythic. This was printed in 2014. It says, return all cards from your graveyard to your hand. Exile Praetor's Council. You have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. So it's 5 generic, 3 forest. And the flavor text says, as the Phyrexian contagion corroded Karn's body, the Praetors whispered psalms to corrupt his mind. That's a really good card. Might take that Stone of Eric for now. Still no One Ring. Got a small chance yet, though. Full artwork of what looks like a perilous mountain climb. Our mountain will be put away. Then we will search through. We have Golem, Patient Plotter. Tale of Tunaville. Nasty End, full artwork. This card I drafted, and it was really, really good. It's a green-red card. It's a legendary artifact called Doors of Durin. This card is amazing in a draft if you can pull it. It's really good for creatures. It's a very good draw engine, especially if you run dwarves and elves. It says, whenever you attack, scry 2. Then you may reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put it onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. Until your next turn, it gains trample if you control a dwarf and hexproof. I'm sorry. It gains trample if you control a dwarf, and hexproof if you control an elf. I have 2 of those. It's a really nice card. And for our foil, we have Erkenbrand, Lord of Westfold. And then token is Orc Army. Down to our last 4 packs. Ooh, 2% chance for the gold signature artwork. It looks like the horn we drew earlier. I just don't remember the name of it. That is nice. Mountain. And then we got Eagles of the Orth, Escape from Orthanc, Isolation at Orthanc, Grond the Gatebreaker, Goblin, Fireleaper, Fear Fire Foes, Foray of Orcs, Rising of the Day, full artwork, Sting, the Glinting Dagger for one of our rares. Legendary artifact. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has haste. At the beginning of each combat, untap equipped creature. Equipped creature has first strike as long as it's blocking or blocked by a goblin or orc. Equip 2. Cast for 2. And then for our other rare, we have Lobelia, Sackville Baggins. She's a halfling citizen with flash and menace. She's a 2/3. When Lobelia enters the battlefield, exile target creature card from an opponent's graveyard that was put there from the battlefield this turn. Then create X treasure tokens, where X is the exiled card's power. That's pretty alright. Hobbit Sting for our foil. And then we have Frodo not Frodo, I'm sorry, Bilbo Baggins. He's the retired thief. Nice artwork. Full artwork island foil. And then we search for Golem's Bite. We get Gandalf's Sanction, Council's Deliberation. And then for our rare, we get Glowing Dwarf Emissary. Whenever you cast a historic spell, create a treasure token. This ability triggers only once each turn. And then you could tap Glowing here to sacrifice a treasure. Goad target creature. Goad is a new effect. It says until your next turn, that creature attacks each combat if able, and attacks a player other than you if able. So this could be good if you're playing a multiplayer game, and there's a big creature that you want to guarantee is not attacking you. Or if you want to goad somebody into attacking you in a single game. Foil is Dundalane Blade, and then we got Order of Yawgmoth. It's a 2/2 zombie, 4 cost, and it has fear. This creature can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and or black creatures. Whenever Order of Yawgmoth deals damage to a player, that player discards a card. It's okay. It's 4 cost. It's expensive. Last 2 packs out of the box. All right, we have the Balrog himself for an artwork. I think we already got this one, though. But not bad. Forest. And then we have Treason of Isengard, Swarming of Moria, War Beast of Gorgmoth, Surrounded by Orcs, Eorith of the Healing House, Eomer, Rittermark. That's a human knight. Power. Whenever Eomer of the Rittermark attacks, if you control a creature with the greatest power among creatures on the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. I might take that for Sir Gwyn. Rosie Cotton of the South Lane. Legolas Counter of Kills. For our rare, we have Fall of Gilgalad. Has 3 lore tokens, or lore counters. The first one's Scry 2. And then the second one is put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control. And then 3 is until end of turn, target creature you gain or you control gains. When this creature dies, draw 2 cards. Then that creature fights up to 1 other target creature. That's good. That's a rare. For our mythic, we got Cirith on Goal Patrol. Is an orc soldier. And an orc army token. This is our last pack. All gone. Very nice box. The One Ring has to be in this one last pack. Anyway, there's details on this on the back. Alrighty. Let's crack this last one for this cracking unboxing. Finale pack. So we got a token. Orc Army. Then we shall flip this around. This looks like a female hobbit for the artwork. Very nice. Alrighty. Then we have Swamp. Pippin's Bravery, Many Partings, Second Breakfast, Limbaz, Intish, Restoration, Quick Beam, Landroval, Mineldor, Mirkwood Bats. And then here we go. For our rare, we have There and Back Again. Up to 1 target creature can't block for as long as you control There and Back Again. The ring tempts you. Then 2 is Search Your Library for a mountain card. Put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. And then 3 is Create Smog, a legendary 6/6 red dragon creature token with flying and haste. And when this creature dies, create 14 treasure tokens. All right. And then for our foil, we got Shadow Summoning. Create 2/1/1 or 2 tapped 1/1 white spirit creature tokens with flying. So WotC released Lord of the Rings, and it's not quite my favorite set, but it's getting close to being one of my favorites. Uh, it's up there, and I drafted with this set the most. Um, but yeah, it's unfortunate that this set is not in standard, as it's not standard legal, which means it's not going to be pioneer legal, which means this set is just it's in a weird spot. It's probably the number one seller right now, but yeah, it's enough talk about WotC and Wizards and stuff like that. I just want to thank Aces and Eagles, local game store. I will put a link in the description of their website. Really good place. Go there a lot. I love it. It's my first local game store that I've really been hanging out with. Definitely been playing a lot of cards there. So far, my favorite card out of drawing this was probably Sauron the Dark Lord. Yeah, that's a good card. I heard that one's pretty expensive too. So yeah, thank you for watching this cracking unboxing. This is where the video is going to end. So thank you for watching.